Vivekananda School presenting online classes of chemistry. Class 10th, chapter number 1, Chemical Reactions and Equations. Lecture number 2. Hello students, we have completed topic like combination reaction, decomposition reactions and the type of decomposition reactions. Today we will start from displacement reaction. What is displacement reaction? The reaction in which an atom in a molecule is displaced by another atom is called displacement reactions. For example, zinc is displaces copper from copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate plus zinc, when reacted together, it will give zinc sulfate and copper. Second example, magnesium displaces hydrogen from hydrochloric acid. When magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid, it will give magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. In these reactions, more active metal displaces less active metal. These type of reactions are called displacement reactions. Let us discuss about the double displacement reaction. In double displacement reactions, two reacting compounds exchange their corresponding ion and forms two new compounds. A general equation for this reaction, AB and CD are two compounds. They react together and they will exchange their ions and they form two different products such as AD plus CB. Example, reaction of barium chloride and sodium sulfate will give white PPT of barium sulfate and sodium chloride solution. It is also called precipitation reaction. When reaction of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide will give sodium chloride and water. NaOH plus HCl will give NaCl plus H2O. This reaction is also called neutralization reactions. So we can say double displacement reaction are two types. Number 1 precipitation reaction and number 2 is neutralization reaction. Now we will discuss about the oxidation reaction and the reduction reaction. First of all, we will study oxidation reaction. The reaction in which addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen takes place is called oxidation reaction. Example, carbon plus oxygen will give CO2, carbon dioxide. Copper plus oxygen will give copper oxide. It is the example of oxidation reaction. Number 2, reduction reaction. The reaction in which addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen takes place is called reduction reactions. There are so many examples of reduction reactions such as H2 plus Cl2 will give HCl. Hydrogen and chlorine, when they react together, they will form hydrochloric acid. Copper oxide plus hydrogen will give copper plus water. These are the reactions which are the example of reduction reaction. Let us discuss about the redox reaction. The reaction in which reduction and oxidations occur simultaneously is called redox reaction. There are so many examples of redox reactions. In this example, copper oxide is treated with hydrogen gas, then it will give copper plus water. This reaction shows both the reactions, reduction as well as oxidation. Copper oxide change into copper, it means it shows the removal of oxygen. This is the reduction reaction. And hydrogen is changed into water, it means hydrogen is added with oxygen. So here oxidation occurs. In this single equation, we can see both reduction as well as oxidation. So this is the example of redox reaction. Let us discuss the effects of oxidation reactions in everyday life. There are so many examples of oxidation reactions in our daily life. Number 1, corrosion. The process of slow conversion of metals into their undesirable compounds is called corrosion. Rusting is the most common example of corrosion. The slow conversion of iron into hydrated iron oxide in the presence of moisture and air is called rusting. When iron reacts with oxygen and water, it will form hydrated iron oxide that is called rust. Conditions necessary for rusting is the presence of oxygen and the moisture. We can prevent rusting by painting, plastic coating, galvanization, and by oiling or grease. There are two pictures showing oxidation reaction. First one, rusting of iron. Number two, oxidation of food item such as potato chips. Rancidity. Now, what is rancidity? The aerial oxidation of food materials containing fats and oil such that they become stale and start smelling is called rancidity. Oxygen present in air that oxidized fat and oil that is present in food. Due to oxidation reaction, food becomes tasteless and stale. We can prevent rancidity by following methods. By adding antioxidant, means chemicals like ascorbic acid. By vacuum packing, by replacing air by nitrogen gas. Example, chips packets are flushed with nitrogen gas to avoid rancidity. Food must be kept in airtight containers. Number 5. By keeping food at low temperature in refrigerator to slow down the rate of oxidation. We have already done corrosion and rusting. Both are oxidation processes, but both processes are different. Corrosion is a process of deterioration of a substance due to chemical, electrochemical, or other reaction that takes place on the surface of other substances. Rusting is the red or orange coating that forms on the surface of iron when exposed to air and moisture. Corrosion can occur on different surfaces such as skin, wood, metals, etc. Rusting mainly occurs on surfaces of iron and steel. Corrosion can happen due to exposure to air or spread of chemical on the surfaces. Rusting can happen due to exposure to air and moisture. Corrosion can be observed as a skin burn, wood surface destruction or rusting. Rusting can be observed as red or orange coating on the surfaces. So we can differentiate easily by these points, corrosion and rusting. That is all for today.